Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly referee today, because today we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign playing Mongoose Publishing's outstanding Traveler 2nd Edition science fiction role-playing game. And we are playing through a version of their module, the Borderland Run. This is Reach Module number 5. And with me tonight are the stars of the Traveler campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and there's no levels in this game, so I don't need to know what level you are. So, first up, we have James.
Right, I'm James, and I'm playing Gani, the sort of captain of the ship who is cradling his shotgun again.
Very nice. Next up is David.
Hi, I'm David. I'm playing Dr. Ilyas Abdel, who has most recently had to deal with the after effect of Captain Gani cradling his shotgun.
Yes. Next up is Graham.
Hi, I'm playing Dane Loverick, a former Black Ops Marine who has recently mopped up the remains of things that happened with regard to the shotgun.
Yes. And you may think that's a very sinister euphemism for some Black Ops activity. And sadly, it is a very literal description of what he was doing. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Alonso Santoro, journalist, writer, investigator, computer expert, steward. He's a busy guy.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl. I'm playing Anchor Gavel, and he is the Varger pilot.
Very nice. Now, guys, oh, you know what? There is something else that's new. I have a new chair. Ooh, 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 with very new wheels, so I'm wheeling around like a bit of an idiot. If I'm drifting, it's on account of, new wheels that I haven't quite figured out how to stop myself from moving. Guys, this is session 5, part 5 of our Borderland Run campaign. What happened last time? I think last time was a pretty eventful one. It began with a shotgun blast and ended with an algorithm. So really any, cautionary tale from the 90s about the net. What happened last time, guys? Oh, let me bring you over to, hold on, I'll bring you over to our cast of
Thank you.
The crew. That may be easier putting faces to names here.
Yeah.
And there we are.
Well, the doctor saved Darren, is that his name?
Yeah.
Darren's life, so even though he was shot, he was stabilized. Then he whipped up a concoction of futuristic sort of truth serum so that we can interrogate him. We'll put him in a room, and then Sirkani asked if she could be a part of the interrogation, and we had to have a sort of a ship meeting to decide if we would allow that, and in the end we did decide to let her be a part of it. Then myself and Dane and the doctor went to interrogate him. Of course, Cassidy saw and wanted to be a part of it, but this time we said no and kept her out of it. Went in the room, and we learned that he does work for pirates and that he was sabotaging our ship so that when we would arrive at our destination, pirates would be able to take our ship and strip it for parts or sell it or whatever. And it didn't have anything to do with the corporate espionage conspiracy that we had imagined. And then I don't know what the algorithm part is. Was there something that we learned in the ship?
You use that to decode his the message sent on Spurl.
Oh, right. That's how we learned the details of them waiting. Oh no, the message back was just to someone saying when he'd be home.
Yeah.
And then we were planning on our strategy for how we were going to avoid these pirates.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if we decided on one or not.
No,
Maybe the captain remembers.
Well, we don't even know if we don't think the pirates will be waiting for us. I think his plan was to contact them when we came out of jump space.
Oh, right. To contact the planet as quickly as possible and see if we could get some help.
And the other thought was to change our beacon,
Right.
to change our identity.
Yeah, and that is possible as well. It is quite challenging, but I think you guys are quite good at computers. All right, we are playing with those optional rules still too for luck. So why doesn't everyone give us a 1d6 roll, and let's see how much luck the crew has to work with for today. I don't think we exhausted it last time. We were pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we were down to 4.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I must remind you that tampering with a transponder is incredibly illegal, and I do approve.
All right, so I can use you guys. Oh, lucky 13. Lucky 13 of luck for today.
Got that recorded.
Okay. You know what? I need to grab somewhere. Will can have another drink. I gotta grab another book. I forgot something. Ooh. Sorry about that. Need stats for the Space Fang Dragon. All right. Then, so I think the steward is keeping track of our luck for the crew. Awesome. Then, yes, you were preparing this to send like a pulse out. You're right that Well, so for those listening at home, we talked a little bit about the mechanics of travel and sensors and stuff in the Traveler, or Third Imperium universe, at least, after the session. And one of the things that it's going to take you several days to travel from the safe jump point to get to Argona Station. And although there are other outposts in Argona, there's nothing as big as what the station is where you're supposed to meet someone. They won't have, any stronger defense to whatever might be coming than what the station was. Your best bet for safe harbor is the station itself. But let me tell you, at your rate, it'll take. Let's see. Ooh, there's rules for boarding actions, guys. That's weird. Why do I have a flag in that? Huh. Here we go. So yeah, you're gonna be arriving about 25 or so thousand, between 25,000 and 50,000 kilometers away from Argona Station, assuming that's where you wanted to arrive and then get to, and that's where you're going to have some difficulty outrunning these folks. It'll take you, let's see here. Yeah, we're looking, your thrust on your ship. Oh, I've got people in the way. People. I forgot to grab too, is I've got, because of one of the Kickstarters, I've got cards with all the kind of common ships on it. There's the TAS Kickstarter, I think.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty cool. They're the size of the like Pathfinder 2 monster cards. So there.
I feel like we figured out last time that their ship is faster than ours, but we can do something to press our speed or something.
Yes, you can try and increase your speed with it. I'm checking the time. So the thrust is 1, which means that it's going to take you about a day and a half to reach the Argona Station from the jump point.
Right.
But
that'll be the Star's Jump Shadow, I assume. It's a large star.
you're starting outside of the like where the closest, and that's where the other thing is like the pirates can't necessarily detect where you're going to arrive, but they can judge. They can make safe guesses as to like, all right, they want to be close to Argona Station, but they want to be outside, where they can safely arrive. That gives them at least a fairly large, a fairly good sense of where people might be arriving, and then they can try and intercept from there.
I expect our jump emergence will create a significant spike of some sort of energy which passive sensors would pick up.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, we looked at changing transponders too, because we have 4 days left before you guys arrive.
Oh, I remember one other detail that I didn't say during the recap.
Yeah.
We put Darren into the cold storage, and or whatever, it's the low berth, and we woke up a different passenger who had military experience.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a quartermaster.
Yeah. So she's getting you guys ready for, excuse me, or your weapons and vac suits and stuff like that ready for any kind of boarding action. So while I'm trying to find this, maybe it's in the core rulebook. What are you guys? What are you thinking of for the last 4 days before you arrive? Oh, and you caught your ship's mascot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the captain, I have a note. The captain fiddled with the M drive, so we have a boon and a +2 bonus.
Yes.
To the M drive, thanks to Gani's
Yep.
focus.
Okay. Then 4 days of waiting until all of this is triggered. What are we doing with that time? And what are you doing with your? Oh, he's in cold storage, so he's not. He's not a concern any longer.
Well, we were going to get the Marine secure to get a message ready to send to the company and let them know what's going on.
Yep.
So right when we enter. Yeah, I guess the thing too, though, is that this guy was like, they're expecting a ship to be like, not be able to communicate and stuff like that, right? So
yeah, jamming is so they may be trying to jam your transmissions when you first get out, and it's generally easier to jam than it is to try and get a clear message out.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you guys thinking?
We have a crack at this transponder.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the.
Alonso is our computer expert, or?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a computer thing or if it's a. It's an engineering thing. So I was trying to find again. I thought that I read that in iGuard. I could be imagining things. It's a useful thing is writing down when you see stuff. I don't suppose I put in. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. In the Traveler Companion. There we go. Cab from 2 weeks ago. Attaboy. All right, not in High Guard. It's in the Traveler Companion. Okay. Because why would you put that in the book that's about spaceships, right? Hey. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Nope. Nope. Gravity, nope. High gravity, nope. Falling, nope. Vacuum. All this shit seems like it's going to be useful at some point, guys. Let's see. Animal encounters. Already had that. Okay. Aha. Okay, so jump masking. A jump whose emergence point is too close to an object with strong gravity can have serious consequences. Whilst it is impossible, whilst it is possible but very risky to jump from within the 100 diameters of an object, it's not usually possible to jump into an area masked by the 100 diameter limit of an object. Occasionally, a ship does emerge within this limits, but this causes damage to the jump drive and can cause a ship to disintegrate on emergence. So, good news.
No disintegrations.
No disintegrations. All right, here we go. So there's all the weird things. Rules on mines. There are transponders, registry, and mortgages. Here we go. Transponder modifications. It requires 2d6 days of work to accomplish and requires a difficult 10 plus electronics comms check. Failure indicates the system is still partially active and will respond to pings in a garbled fashion, guaranteeing to attract attention. Reprogramming the transponder is tricky business, but once completed, the traveler will have control over the device. They can remove a default flag, so if you default on your mortgage, or alter the short logs without difficulty once the security is cracked. Other changes, such as setting up a fake transponder identity, are lengthy tasks in their own right. Cracking the security is a formidable 14 plus electronics computers check requiring 2d3 days of work. Highly illegal toolkits containing ready-to-prepared software patches are said to be available, but these are hard to come by and tend to be tailored to one specific type of vessel. Once security is breached, changes can be made, but each change requires a difficult 10-plus electronics computers check to accomplish without leaving traces. If this check has failed, any interrogation of the transponder beyond a standard passing via vessel ping will indicate the logs or transponder response have been doctored. A ship can have more than one false identity programmed into the transponder. Setting this up requires a very difficult 12-plus electronics computers check and takes D3 days. This must be accomplished by a successful average 8-plus administrative check. Or admin check to invent a plausible identity. If the admin check has failed, the ship's identity will be seen implausible or thin, though this may well be enough to get by in the backwaters. Failing the electronics check results in a garbled mess of code, which will have to be restarted. Transponder packages are sometimes sold in the black market, usually for upwards of 1 million credits each. Some are copied from real ships, others custom prepared. A few are stolen from naval intelligence, having been created for covert operation vessels, which can lead to complications when someone tries to use one. Think of season 1 of The Expanse. So does that help in figuring out whether this is a reasonable or doable plan?
Extremely difficult.
Yeah, sounds like very practical.
Yeah.
When has that ever stood in the way of any role-playing plan?
I mean, but what was our plan? Just to turn it off, right? Like, we weren't trying to reprogram it, or like.
I think we were trying to put a different ID in so that if they were looking for us, they wouldn't find us.
Yeah, which is the hardest thing to do, pretty much.
So here's one thing that you can rely on, because again, your characters would know this, unless they somehow got message to a ship that left, days before you, and then arrived, and then got a message to pirates. Remember, messages travel at the speed of ships in the Third Imperium.
Right, so it's likely they don't actually know our ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're expecting
code.
They're expecting like a signal from this guy to say this is the ship, type of thing, and then they're gonna get us without us knowing, right? I think that was this guy's plan.
Yeah, I thought there might be someone
transponder
who jumped just after us, but maybe not. Let's forget it.
I mean, the transponder broadcasts who we are. That's what it's there for. It tells us who we are, what our ship is.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's just park that one. Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We can on some world that doesn't have a high law, we can look for one of those kits.
We might be in luck then, because if they're waiting on a signal from him and he's not sending a signal because he's on ice and we're aware of it, they might not even react to us arriving because they don't know that we're the ship that he's on.
I think over the next few days, probably what Dane will be doing, along with the defrosted passenger, is to be rehearsing fire lanes, talking about sort of how we're going to move around the ship if there is an onboarding.
Great.
Yeah,
and we'll sort of try and prepare as much as we can for different eventualities and how we're going to back each other up.
Okay, let's do this.
Just run through some tactical drills in terms of if worst case scenarios we do get boarded, how we can best defend the ship.
Do you guys remember? Do we roll initiative every round in this, or once and then we just cycle?
My memory says once and cycle.
Once a cycle, okay. Then what I'll do is, let's see here. Yeah, start of any combat. Why don't we do this? We'll treat this like a skill chain, and we'll set up. What we'll have is Dane. I think you've got tactics of some kind, right? I
have got tactics, melee tactics. Yeah.
So which tactics?
Melee. Sort of ground combat.
Ground combat. Okay. So I think you got to use it at. Well, let's see if there is a specialty. If there is a specialty for boarding actions for tactics,
I think it's largely sort of ground, sort of person-to-person combat or ship combat.
Got it. Okay. Then. Yeah, military coordinating the attacks of foot troops or vehicles on the ground, naval coordinating spacecrafts.
Yeah.
Spacecraft. Crafts. English is a second language. My first language is not speaking. What we'll get you to do is, so then, does anyone else have training in tactics as well to assist? What I'm thinking is that we use the chart from task chain. Dane will make a roll on that, and then if it does come to combat, first round of combat, you're going to get whatever the highest bonus from the task chain is, and then that'll degrade each round as events kind of transpire and your plan falls more apart.
Yeah.
Anyone else trained in tactics?
Our defrosted person, does they have anything?
Oh, good question. I was just looking up her.
I don't have tactics, but I have jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I've got leadership, if that's any relevance. Maybe not.
Let's take a look here. Well, let's take a look. It's you guys would be assisting, and I do like the task chain mechanics. So
I've got another idea. While you're checking that, if we're sending a coded burst right to the planet, why don't we also send another message in clear to the planet to say that we're coming in and that we are coming from Cordan?
From somewhere other than when you're coming from?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Borderland looks like a place that would have it's the right tech level, etc. It's two parsecs away as well. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll go, that's them. We knew they'd do that. They'll double.
Well, we've established, haven't we, that we drop out of jump space just into clear space with just a straightforward route to our destination planet. There's nothing helpful like a nearby gas giant atmosphere or anything in the way that's going to...
There is a gas giant in the Argona system, I believe. Where's my map? There we go. Yeah, Argona's got a gas giant in it as well.
It must be at least as far away. It will be even further away from that than Argona. right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Given its size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just
Sorry, I think her
looking
name
for
was
an animal.
Maria Velez. I was listening to the end of the last session just before we went, but did I put her name in?
Right.
And Valis.
Anne Velez, okay.
Okay,
Fellas,
thank
good.
you.
Okay. So yes, and Anne. Where is she? Again, I'm using my super useful 1,000 NPCs book. Love this thing. Okay. Is not trained. I mean, she was a supply clerk effectively, so.
Oh, was she?
What
Yeah.
about Sakani?
Oh,
Yeah.
Sakani would, yeah. Yeah. Because she's a merc, and she is a more higher level one. I think she'd have... Yeah, she'll have tactics at 1.
No, okay. She's at least as good as I am, so we can swap stories.
Okay. So why don't you... Let's do this. Captain Gani, why don't you give us a... the difficulty is going to be an 8 on this. I'll put it down to a 7 because you guys know this ship quite well. Why don't you give us a leadership check?
Let's see if this skill works.
Okay, so that is success by 1 or more gives +2 to the next roll. If the next roll is going to be Sirkani to assist Dane, why don't you give us a 2d6 plus 3 roll? Somebody? And that likewise is another +2. So then, Dane, would you give us a tactics roll at +2, please?
Can I add my street?
Oh,
or
yeah,
my
sorry,
Jack of
Alonso.
all
Yeah,
trades
go
to
ahead.
it?
Alonso, give us your Jack of all trades check.
Thinking outside the box here, Alonso.
Oh, nice.
Wow, 6 or more is +3. So forgive me, Dane. You're going to be getting a +3 to your tactics roll.
Nice.
Okay. And here comes the harebrained scheme that ruins it all.
10, nice. All right. So
That's all right.
does that
That's
include
all
the +3?
Yep.
Okay. That is 3 over. If you want to spend some luck, you would need to spend 3 luck to get that to a +3 bonus. Otherwise, you're going to get a +2.
What do you guys think? This is a cumulative bonus that lasts, basically counts down, you said, right? Like,
Yeah, first round you'll get +3. Basically, what I'm thinking is that, like, you've got a perfect plan of attack, and then that's going to get less valuable as things kind of play out. So to go from +3 to your combat actions first round, +2 the next one, +1 the one after that.
we're never going to get
So-
better use out of our luck, Ben, to spend it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll spend it. We'll
Okay.
spend it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So down to 10.
So for those
Nice.
of you who are non-military or have not been at least, frontline combat people, Dane and Alonso and Sirkani seem to have some very creative uses out of violence and how to control bloodshed on your ship.
Rarely have you seen Dane look so animated and excited.
All right. So then that would probably be, our montage of that would take about a day. And not to discount Captain Gani's, his contribution as the titular head of the ship. This is a non sequitur, but I watched, because I was in a fucking Star Trek mood, I watched an interview from last year with the cast of Star Trek Enterprise. And one of the things they all talked about as being like the high point of it is that, what's his name? Who's the one who played Archer? Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula is apparently just like the nicest fucking dude on set and set the tone for that series. So it became a thing that, like, I guess even extras would appear on the show, and then they would tell him later on, or tell people, like, yeah, he set the tone on that series so well for us that we just picked up on that and carried it through. Now I'm a lead on my own show. I'm trying to do the same thing he did for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, really nice to hear. And that's maybe, you know, what Captain Gani is just setting the tone by being there and present and helpful, you know? Mm-hmm. Very unlike the fight he picked with Sirkani before. So, we have still 3 more days. Dr. Ilias and Anchor, anything you guys are keen on getting done in those last couple of days? Or is it just a matter of keeping your patience while you hurtle towards the inevitable pirate confrontation?
I think Anchor is probably going through some, evasion simulators, because he's gonna just, put the proverbial pedal to the metal and
Let's do this then. Why don't you give us there's a piloting I'm looking for here? No. Is it?
Yes, there is a piloting skill.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a piloting skill? Because I think this practice, and it'll be spacecraft.
Yep.
Nice. So same thing too, because you're familiar with the thing, I'm going to bump it down by 1. You're going to have a +2 on your first roll for jumping into action here, because you've been running through this again and again and again with the simulators to try and time everything up with the boost that Captain Gani has given the engines.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dr. Ilias, what are you thinking?
I think I'll try and do 2 things. One is set up small first aid packets all over the ship, just in case doors come down or areas become inaccessible. So there's like a very basic, in case of bleeding, staunch here at various critical points in the ship.
I picture is there's a point where, maybe you guys everyone's in the montage of everyone getting ready. We see, Dane come up and he goes under with some, like, the space equivalent of duct tape, kind of like taping a gun underneath something. Getting a set there, and Dr. Ilias, walks up as well, and then takes a little first aid thing under there. They both nod at one another, and then head on to their preparations.
And he'll happily give a very basic first aid crash course to anyone who thinks they might need a bit of a refresher, just in case.
Okay, so let's do this. Why don't you give us a what is it? First aid, medicine,
medic.
Give us a medic check, please. Nice. Likewise, you're going to get a +2 for any first aid that needs to be applied because of the preparations. You've primed your crew and the passengers who are here to respond immediately to whatever injuries they may suffer, and you've positioned stuff to be able to respond very quickly as well. So in the event that you are boarded, you guys are going to be in a great position to respond with violence and recovering from violence yourselves. Awesome. Anything else that we need to get done before you guys drop out into real space?
Can I do the work on the M drive already, or
you did last time, I believe? Yeah,
we have that somewhere,
or at least you've got it ready to go. Like, you've got everything as ready to go as you can.
Okay, so we've got our boon +2 for once we drop out of space. Okay.
Mentioned last time too. I was wrong about something. So if the jump bubble collapses, the ship is not destroyed. What happens is that it'll just drop out into normal space. But the jump drive is actually not needed at all to maintain the bubble. So there's no power to the jump drive while you guys are traveling. The drive is only necessary for creating the bubble and kind of getting yourself moving. So I mentioned that last time when we were playing, and I thought I'd correct myself on stream as well to avoid future comments. Wow, you dumbass! It's actually.
I think Alonso's been getting not a lot of sleep these last few days because he's working really hard to do his steward job, and everybody's on edge because of what's going on and their knowledge. And he's also trying to keep up with the crew and the planning that's going on for this, all the military stuff that the other guys are working on.
Yeah.
So he's really burning the candle at both ends.
So let's do this. Why don't you give us a steward check? Let's get some mileage out of that skill. Just to set up, get a sense of what the morale for the the passengers will be in the event that things get violent.
Ooh.
So that's not great.
No, and I think that's all to do with, like, this is A, his first time doing this, and B, like I said, he is, you know, when they're asleep, he, instead of getting sleep, he is like, you know, Dane is showing him all this, where the guns, you know, where the plans are. He's working with the captain. He's talking to the doctor, getting the little extra medical training, the first aid training, all these things. So he's tired.
Yep. Well, that's understandable. All right. Anything else you guys wish to do while en route?
I think just before we drop out and arrive, Dr. Elias will suggest a nice shared meal in the common area, like with some of the nicer fresh stuff he stashed away for special occasions.
For the crew, for the passengers, or for both?
Probably he'll check with the captain if he has a preference on including passengers on this, or just the crew.
You choose. You choose, Doctor. You know I'm not in the best of mood with our passengers. Your food, your choice.
The Doctor will include the passengers, seeing as they're in the same peril, and, you know, could all do with a morale boost.
Okay. All right.
I'll get into the polycarbon armor.
At dinner.
Yeah, Alonso probably makes a poorly timed Last Supper joke, which sets that bad 5 steward roll.
All right. So then, if anyone has anything to share from the dinner, feel free to do so. Otherwise, Captain, do you have any? If I think Skier may suggest that if it's traditionally sharing the captain's table, the honor or obligation of giving a toast falls to he who heads the ship. So, and all eyes kind of turn to you.
Yep, so I'll say, well, it's been a much more eventful journey than we expected, but together I'm sure we're going to pull through, and thanks to the Doctor we can have a fine meal in our belly, ready for the excitement of the days to come. I trust we will get to Argola all in one piece. So, bottoms up.
Here, here.
Everyone gives a toast. Excellent.
And I get that diplomat as well.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, that goes over very well. That seems to satisfy everyone. Everyone digs in. Even Hobbs, who seems to be the most, he seems the most nervous. Cassidy seems the most agitated. She is trying her best to hide, the fear that she clearly seems to be feeling. But Alonso, having spent enough time with her now, I feel that you've gotten a good read on the measure of this young woman, and this is the first time she may have faced proper chances of death or enslavement. So,
yeah, I think I would tell her a bunch of stories about the dangers I've had and how this rates on it, like trying to make it kind of downplay it a little.
Once you get into that kind of thing, Melter likewise starts getting into some of the troubles of like the dangers he's had in the, like, oh my god, the times, and he kind of points at Skier when he's telling these stories, but the times that PRQ tried to kill him over time, like, this is this is just a bunch of pirates. This isn't corporate mercenaries sent after you, chasing through tunnels drilled by ice worms. Skier says ice worms don't exist, and he says, just kind of, okay, all right. And enjoy. So yeah, I think between you two, that does a fair job of assuaging her concerns. Hobbs is pretty wide-eyed. This has been a very eye-opening experience for him all around. As a Drinaxi noble, I think there's lots of... He probably asks you what a bunch of different things on the that you've served are as well. And this is kind of a, it's not trying to play for laughs, but it's that kind of like Coming to America type thing where you're like, tell me, what is this burger of cheese that you speak? Because he's likely used to eating these like extremely exotic and very, elaborate meals and whatnot, and this, more down-to-earth, homey meal that you're serving him, he's just like, what is this? What are these grits of which you speak? These are amazing. Anything else?
I will happily give him an overview and without mocking him, just, explain the menu.
He is very eager to learn as well, so he is quite impressed with that. Anchor, this is the largest gathering that you guys have had on the crew thus far, and the most social. How is that? How are you feeling about that?
I think it's good. We did this, the last time we did this was on a sailing trip, so this is pretty good. I think he probably will by maybe sort of unconsciously or possibly for laughs, who knows, with the Varger. But he does say, I bet you these pirates are in league with some big corporation. He doesn't name it, because, he's all about conspiracy theories.
Totally. Yeah. And born out. Like, it's not like he's some, crazy radio host who's spouting personality. He's been personally involved with at least 4. So, this is not... Yeah. Okay. Then we can end up with we'll end that with everyone cleaning up afterwards, and Melter stays around to help clean up. Hobbs, Cassidy, Sakani stays around to help clean up as well. As does Anne, actually, for that matter. Unless if you guys have it, they can say, "Well, we've got this." She'll go back to prepping and checking all the weapons. This is, I think that as good as things are going to get for you all. Alonzo, you can definitely feel that some of them are a little on edge, and while you don't have any military experience, I think that there is some concern that some may not be up to the task, so you should plan your strategies around some potentially surrendering or being unable to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So then,
I think I would share that with the crew a little bit. Like, I think the passengers are uneasy and, may surrender quickly if we are boarded. Just be ready for that eventuality.
That's fine.
Hard to blame them for being frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we will cut to you guys about to drop in back into real space. So we are now where's my list of days? Here we go. 7 days are done. This will be the 8th day of the month. All right. So you're about to arrive. My understanding is for the immediate actions, we've got Captain Ganny about to try and get the engines going. We've got Anchor about to try and put the pedal to the metal. We have someone trying to send a burst. Sakani will have given you the necessary information, but are one of you better at comms than what she is?
I think that it's probably Alonzo.
Alonzo, yes.
Is what we figured out last time.
Okay.
His comms is 3 total.
Now, if you can anticipate electronic warfare, electronic comms will be the is likely what's going to be used. Electronic sensors is likely what's going to be used against you. So does anyone have electronic sensors?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I mean I do, but I guess I'm on the piloting, but I have sensors also.
I think the as far as piloting is concerned, I'm not sure there's much you need to be like. You won't be making any checks if you want to do that. It's the overloading the engine. That is a task for the engineer.
Okay.
More so than
the
it is
captain, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, so the captain will be, which means that you actually would be free anchor if you want to be using sensors.
Yeah, I'll do Yeah, I'll be on the sensors.
Okay. Other things are, if you wish to try and get sensor lock or detect the other ship, someone might want to be running a search for, where other ships might be in here too.
Right, see if we can see them coming.
Yeah. And if you've got electronic comms, you can also use electronic warfare against your adversary as well. Electronic sensors can also be used to break sensor lock if they get it on you. Who's mining the guns? Just kidding. All right. Oh, and Captain can make a leadership check to improve initiative once you guys get into a scrap. But everyone, it sounds like not everyone's got a position to do right now. But that's where, so we got Anchor at the sensors. We've got Alonso on comms. We've got Captain Ganny at the drive. Dane or Dr. Ilias, anything you wish to do?
Dr. Ilias can help with sensors, yes.
Can help with it?
Jobs in them.
Okay, so we'll grant you a boon on sensors Anchor.
Okay.
Okay. And let me just, I'm going to get one more thing set up here. Oh, I tried to do that last time. There we go. I got distracted by chatting with you guys. I was too happy to see you. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll work.
I think we play up, if we get hailed, I think we definitely play up that we're just, unarmed civilians and we mean no harm. Bring them in. Bring them in.
Sorry, just booted me out of the game. Fucking Firefox has a different... I was trying to zoom out, and it's got a different interface than what Chrome does, apparently. So just give me a sec here.
Electronics warfare happening already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a sense, that would be the equivalent of the friendly fire. There we go. Got myself muted.
Central computers down.
Okay, let me get you guys. I'm gonna get you guys back in the order I had you. Let's see.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Alonso's right there. Captain Ganny, you're right there. Ilias, you're right there. Dane, you're right there. And Anchor. Yeah, right there. Perfect. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'll use the what do you call it? Yeah, there we go. The in-app tool rather than... That's curious. Ow. So here's an interesting thing. If you're using a an all-black background, I don't know if it's just in Firefox or this is just something I hadn't noticed before. It used to be the background would be gray, so you could, if you had a black page, it would show the black page, so you could tell where the borders are. But right now, the background is black too, so I can't tell where the black page is on the other ones, as I'm trying to size this thing up for you guys. So here we go. I believe here we go. Space.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I've done something.
Oh, I like that.
Let's see here. There we go. Okay. All right. Here are you guys. Oop, no, you're not there. Here are you guys. Perfect. And here is your sheep. Do I have a small cutout version of the What do you call it?
No. You don't need one. You don't need one. We could just narrate how we go peacefully to the Argo.
It would surprise us with all this build up, and you just said, "Yeah, you get there." That'd be great. It's fine.
So here we go. There is the Rift Wanderer.
Nice.
All right. So you guys drop out now. What I'll let you do is, Captain Ganny, why don't you give us a leadership check before things drop out. So against an 8.
Oof. I'm not going to manage 2 of them in a row.
There you go.
Oh.
All right. So this is currently an 8. I'll let you roll the boon from beforehand just to give you a little bit of extra. So you guys are going to have +2 to your initiative for this round, for whether you guys are going to jump in and get this stuff done beforehand. I'm going to give a penalty to theirs because they are having to react passively, and there is a chance that someone is asleep at the sensors. So initiative is 2d6 plus the pilot's skill plus the ship's thrust score plus 2. So this will be Captain Ganny. Let's first give that engineering roll. So you're going to get +2 to this, and you're rolling with a boon against a difficulty 10 engineering M drive check.
Boon M drive 2. Here we go. Let's go for it.
Yeah!
Oh, he shoots, he scores!
That is fantastic.
Wow. University of Space Phoenix went for the win.
Nice. All right. So that means you are going to have a drive of thrust of 2 for this.
Nice. My pilot, is it the total, just the total pilot skill, the total DM that I have then?
Yeah, it'll be whatever your total piloting bonus is.
So it's a 2.
2
also.
Plus your thrust score of 2 plus 2. So 2d6 plus 6. Anchor, why don't you go ahead and give us an initiative roll here? I'll roll for the bad guys.
So I'm rolling 2d6.
2d6 plus 6.
Come on.
12.
12. Okay. So you guys drop out. I can't tell you won initiative. So you are going to have your first actions. Now, Captain Ganny, your boost to the overloading the drive is going to be your first action. Alonso, would you like to try and get that? I'm just going along the order I've got you guys here. Do you want to try and get that message out?
Yeah. Here we go.
This will be electronic comms check against, I'm going to say, it'll be an 8. So regular difficulty.
And do I put any bonus in or no?
No bonuses from this.
No? Okay, just flat.
Remember, we have luck though.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yay.
Message is off to Argona.
Nice.
All right. And then Anchor, were you planning on... I guess this round, you don't know where anything is. You want to try and give us a sensors check and detect?
Yeah, let's try to see if we can find where they're at.
Yeah, let me just give you a quick... Because there's different kinds of sensors. Give you the best possible bonus against detecting a ship. So,
and I had a boon from the doctor.
Yeah, I'm helping with this.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you guys are both, like, just as soon as it becomes active, you're studying the thing. All right, and he will be... at... Yeah, okay. Potentially... All right, so it is going to be using visual, thermal, EM, and active radar. All of those are going to be at minimal right now, which means you're not going to be able to detect the basic outline, hot or cold overall, presence or absence of activity. That's basically it until this thing gets in closer. So the difficulty of this is not going to be affected. It'll be an 8. So go ahead and give us a sensors check, Anchor. Against an
Okay.
8.
With a boon.
With a boon, yes.
Oh, with a boon. Wow. Roll 2 1s. That's crazy.
Oh, so that's you would need 2
a
luck
1,
to
1,
make
and a 3. Yeah. Yeah, I'll use a 2 luck. That's fine. I think
Okay.
It's worth it.
3. There is a ship that seems to be the engines are cold.
Mm-hmm.
The basic outline is what you expected. It has there are several ships that have this kind of configuration,
Bring it on. Oh, okay.
but it has that wedge shape that would definitely fit not only a traveler ship, but also a fiery class. And if
Right.
you're,
Yeah, we had learned that it was a
yeah.
fiery class.
And
Okay, so I'll let people know, like I get a, passive.
there is electronic
detection.
EM activity on the ship, though. So it is.
Actively scanning, essentially.
No, it means that there are other electronics on board. The fact that the heat is not there means that the engines aren't active yet, but the EM means that other stuff like life support and sensors and stuff like that is probably active.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is their turn. I'm going to make a sensors check for them, see if they've noticed anything. Okay.
What sort of range band are we at?
You are at right now very
long?
I think it's very long from them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, within very long.
Okay.
Okay. So then it is just gonna write down how many thrusts you are away from them and how many you're away from them. Oh, what can I do here? Let's see here. Will be a fun countdown. Let's do this. Where is... Oh, that ship's further up. Hold on. I'm going to play to your paranoia here. The fiery is likely the one that will be there. So I'm going to put them down. They are 30 away. And you... 25 away from Argona Station. What is the content of the message that you send to Argona? I wish I had a copy of my original traveler book.
The non-secret one?
This is the non-secret one, yeah.
Well, that's,
I'm assuming...
I think it'd just be a simple one saying, this is the...
the free trader Beowulf.
Yeah, Mayday. It's free trader. Rift Wanderer.
This is, to Argona, this is the far trader Rift Wanderer en route from Cordan with mail and food supplies. So
that's the secret message you sent?
No, sorry, I thought there was a public one. Okay, no, this
because the thing is, you guys can get one of those messages out this round. Next round will be the next one.
Oh, well, I think that would be. Would that not be?
There's a coded channel that you're transmitting on, so that they know it's coming from that. But the contents, she would defer to you guys. Her experience is not in ship combat or outrunning pirates or anything like that.
Well, a suggestion then that.
Like something like.
Well, the plan this would be the, this is the Rift Wanderer with. I've forgotten the name of the. With
PRQ?
Hikani Skier and other corporate staff. We are under attack from pirates. Please assist.
Okay. So then on their round, and we can picture Anchor is running the sensors, and Dr. Abdel, you're sort of, in the seat next to him. Come on. No change. with the other ship this round. So
nice.
your engines flare, and with 2 thrust, you're getting yourselves closer. Okay. So the ship goes rumbling off. Next round, it will be... I think you roll every round in ship-to-ship combat because thrust can change. Let's just double-check that. Oh, no, once for each thing. And tactics naval skill comes into this. You can add the effect of a tactics naval roll. Does anyone have tactics naval? I mean, you guys have one already, but just for next time.
Nope.
Okay.
I've got tactics as a base.
As a
but not
base.
tactics
Okay.
naval.
Okay, so you guys have begun making your way in. What would you guys like to do this round?
I think we just our anchor is just gonna fly casually, but you know, at full thrust.
I don't know, fly casual.
He's gonna fly casually at full. No, I mean, not deviate, but go fast. Go as
Well,
fast
they don't
as
know
this
that
thing
you're
can go.
necessarily you're riding the
Yeah,
engines
that's why I
hot,
want
right?
to. Right.
So do you want to? Why don't we do this, Captain Ganny? You're gonna have to roll each round to keep the drive overloaded.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh,
Okay,
it suffers
so-
also a DM -2 each time it's attempted after the first.
Okay.
So this will be a M drive check with a -2. Difficulty 10. See how those correspondence. The University of Space Phoenix. That is 1 shy. Gonna spend 1 luck.
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
so it is still going along. Anchor. Well, I guess, Anchor. Is there anything you want to make use of your sensors again, or you've already detected the thing? Unless it tries to, remaneuver or get in closer, where your sensors would be of more value.
There's
Overscanning them would be suspicious too.
Yeah, I don't think we need to actively scan them.
Okay. So then you guys are continuing.
Well, we're gonna send that public message
Yeah.
that we had talked about.
Okay. Go ahead and give us a comms check, Alonso.
Okay. Comms, where are you? There you are.
No
Oh,
problem. Okay. Let's see here.
That's the one that James already said.
Okay. Anchor, maybe because you're focusing on, keeping the ship under control, Dr. Abdel, you notice and you're like, what is that? To Anchor, the thermal sensors are picking up a burst of heat coming from that object.
Nah,
Okay, I think they found us, detected us. So
they've
hopefully,
woken up. Yep.
yeah.
Okay, let's see here. So let me just ship.
Take a while for the drive to warm up there, won't it? Keep going. Keep looking.
All right. So it is. And someone is trying to jam your comms. Alonso, would you give us a electronic comms check, please?
Come on, Alonso.
You got this.
We're
That's,
jammed.
Nice. Ooh.
well,
Well,
we sent the first message.
Yep. Okay, so it's nothing but static on here right now.
Yeah.
You can try and defeat it next turn as an action if you'd like, but your comms are down, but this, I guess, was sort of
Comms are
anticipated.
down! He probably yells.
Okay. All right. Then,
I mean, that just kind of lets us know for sure it's them, I think.
Yeah.
That's like giving away the game here.
Yeah. And there may be, we're talking about like massive, space, and each of these rounds is, I believe, it's at least 6 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, if we're using, like, sort of the long terms.
Yeah,
like
I think it's like in Rogue Trader, where each round, 6 minutes. It's 10 minutes, I think, or 20 in Rogue Trader. 6 minutes in this. Okay, so that is where things are going. What you could do as well, if you guys choose, you can use electronic warfare on them and try and jam their sensors.
Okay.
Anchor hasn't done anything when we come into the next round, the reason that might be of value only because they may not know what you are.
Well, or are we just wanting to play innocent on this thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't think we need to pretend that we're like a pushover. Why were we going to do that?
Okay. Now, Anna has reminded me that.
I mean, we are a pushover.
I mean, if we successfully jam them, they might think, oh, maybe this is a military vessel coming out. Maybe they don't quite know.
True.
We are.
That's
maybe
true,
it
yeah.
could be heavily on merchant, or they would know at least we have skills, right?
Yeah.
Dane calmly raises his helmet visor and eats a custard tart.
It's important to keep that blood sugar up for space combat. All right, then on our next round, we're on to round 3, I believe. Get me old countdown dice here. All right, so you guys are up first. What are you guys choosing on doing? Captain Ganny will be a -6 to keep running the engines this hot. -6, -2, -4, not -6. What do you think?
Probably not worth it.
Probably not
Probably
worth it.
more risk of damaging it than anything else.
If you roll quite poorly on it, there is a chance of damaging it, but
yeah. I think if we leave it for a bit, maybe it'll cool down. We'll mitigate some of the minuses.
All that happens is no, you need 1d6 hours in order to perform maintenance on it to get rid of those penalties. But you need to roll an effective -6 in order or less for it to actually suffer damage. So you may not get the benefit of running it in the red, but you need to be really, rolling poorly.
-6, that'd be a 4, and I'm rolling at -4. So if I roll an 8 or less, then I'll damage 3.
Effective -6, yes, a DC 10. That's right. Yeah.
So that's more than 50-50 chance of wrecking the engine. So not doing that.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
So then if you're wanting to change stations, that's what you could do for your round. Where would you like to go? And actions for in combat, guys, or Starship Combat are on page 170 going forward. You can also, if you've got something you want to suggest, you can certainly do that. So reassignment is one of the actions. So Captain Ganny, you're leaving the engines to head back up, or are you going to stay back there in the event that
I'll stay in the engine room just in case.
Okay.
I'm needed there.
Who else wants to take an action?
Yeah. Do we want to jam them?
Yeah.
We don't have
to try to get comms up. Do we care? Do you want me to try and do some other computer stuff to jam them?
You could probably try to get comms up. I'll try to jam them because you're probably a better chance of getting it back up.
Okay.
And then jamming is just, kind of, it'd be a bonus, I guess.
Okay. So I've rolled my electronics comms, or my jamming check. Go ahead, Alonzo. Nice! You're clear to get through. Comms are open again.
Nice.
Okay. And then Anchor, you give us electronics sensors check, please.
Yeah, who was the doctor helping, or does that matter anymore?
If he is, I think his training is in electronic sensors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get a boon on this, Anchor.
All right, let's do it.
Holy shit! Their sensors are down. So they're going in blind. It also means targeting you is going to be a hell of a thing.
Yep.
Nice.
There you go.
Awesome. All right.
And we slowed down at the same time. It's almost like we're mocking them.
You're hanging your ass. There we go. 20 away from your destination. All right. And then on their turn, they are going to burn hot and hard here.
So are we at maneuver 1 at the moment?
Are you at maneuver 1? What do you mean?
Is that the speed we're moving at, maneuver 1?
Yes, 1. Yeah. Your thrust is now back down to a 1. Okay. And currently, let's see, 18. I believe you guys have dropped down to a closer range band here. Let's see. 18 is... Nope, not yet. 10 away will get you into long range. So you're 2 rounds off from this thing being close enough to be able to get more information.
We didn't talk about it before, but do we want to send them a message?
No, I don't think so. What are we going to tell them?
Well, back off that we're not as vulnerable as you think or something. I don't know, something to state that we're
a big fat juicy target. Bring them on. I'll say to Anne, look, Anne, it's going to be okay. Just stay with the plan. And imagine their surprise when they think they're going to take our ship and we end up taking theirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I have gone on their round. They're going to try and break the jam. Hold on. Carl, would you give us an electronic sensors roll again?
Okay.
And you have a boon on yours?
Nice.
Yeah, they can't break it. That's great. So 4, let's see here. So I was checking to see if they can launch.
If they launch their little torpedoes, we should shoot them down.
That sounds like an excellent plan. The first step will be to install guns on the ship. But you can do.
I thought we had guns on the ship.
No.
Yep.
We have guns in the ship, but not on the ship.
I thought we had guns on the ship.
You do have, however, your electronic countermeasures. There's lots of ways to spoof the missiles and stuff like that. I'm just checking. I was
try to make them.
Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to make sure this thing.
So maybe if we could anchor Dane in an airlock, want the outside door open, and use him as a sort of mobile turret.
I can't tell you. Banging around outside the hall.
If we're at very long range still, they fire missiles. We've got about 24 minutes before they hit.
Yeah. And this is where you're watching. You're kind of keeping a close eye for that. They are in range now in order to reasonably deploy them. No missiles are fired this round, so it's back to you guys. What are you doing?
Yeah, we don't know their manifest at the moment, do we? Don't know what they're armed with.
No. So they are 18 away right now. What would you guys like to do? If you're just traveling in, then it'll be your maneuver will be at 1. What does everyone else wish to do?
Yeah, I don't need to take evasive maneuvers yet, so I don't.
Okay.
And we don't have to continue to jam them, do we? Or do we just kind of counter?
You do, yeah. If you want to maintain it, you got to keep that up because they're continually trying to get themselves free.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well roll for that.
Okay. All right. Do that.
Could I assist him with that if we're not trying to send a message?
He's already got Dr. Ilias assisting with
Dr.
it.
Ilias
okay.
Okay.
Good roll.
Yep. That's it. I actually rolled quite well as well, but that's better. So yeah, they're still you've kept their sensors spoofed. Alonso, do you wish to do anything?
Yeah, no.
Sensors are open right now, or the
Yeah,
comms are open right now.
Right. But the guys don't really have any messages to send, so I think what Alonso would do is we probably have prepared some plan like for the passengers, so I'd probably go and like I'll go and spend time relaying the message of like, everyone get in your position.
Okay. So that'd be again.
I'll try not to spook them, but so maybe I will make a steward role. Like I'm thinking, like he's trying to like
it's
keep
6
them calm.
minutes. I don't know if you like reassigning. You're gonna be able to get yourself into a different role as steward instead, and next round you'd be able to do something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Dane, Dr. Ilya. Oh, Dr. Ilias was assisting. Dane or Captain Ganny. Anything you guys wish to do this round?
I don't think so. I think just tell the passengers seatbelts on. The oxygen will drop. In an emergency.
Okay, and there we go. You are 19 away now. All right, on their turn. First thing is they're going to try and get that sensor lock again. So, Anchor. I'm rolling dog shit for these things. No offense meant, Anchor. Amazing. Once again, you're just keeping them from getting a solid lock on you. They're going to try and jam comms once again, and without Alonso there was no one to stop them. Comms are down again.
Yeah.
You can assume that maybe Sirkani is here, and she just kind of throws her... if you invite her on the bridge, she could take over for that, because she's just trying to transmit messages, and she tells you once again, Captain, comms are down once again, and then...
we've got no messages to send, so
that's kind of why I was not too worried about it. We got our message off, so
I boosted their engines successfully, so they are on the cusp of long range right now. Still no missiles deployed.
Okay, any sensors? So it's been a couple of rounds. It's about 12 minutes. Anything coming up from sort of planet side? Any signatures?
As far as you can tell, no.
Right.
Nothing as of yet, and it wouldn't be from the planet. It'd be from the orbital station. There's a high port at this one. All right, back to you guys once again. Anyone wish to do anything for this round? Jamming again.
Yeah, I'm going to maintain the jam.
Yeah,
because it looks like it looks like evasive maneuvers. There's a reaction, so
yeah, that's something you use when they're trying to shoot you.
Yeah. So I'm going to actively try to continue to jam them, Dr. Ilias and I.
Okay. Nice. That's incredible. Yeah, they just cannot get a lock on you.
And like I said, I'm relaying the message to the passengers now this round. Get in your cabins, lock your doors, all the stuff we prepared. I'm checking on them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're armed with lasers and they're out of range, and they're trying to get into either long or medium range for the lasers. That's what I'm expecting. If they wanted to do something to us, they may well have fired missiles by now. Yeah, that's a reasonable assumption. All right, then if there's nothing else, comms are down until you guys take steps otherwise. So then you guys are 18 away. Okay, it is. Now what you could do as well is you could use sensors to try and, you're currently occupied with it, but you could use it in theory to try and identify other stuff. Fighting in space, there's not going to be a wall you can jump behind or something like that, but there may be some kind of things. And I also wanted to quickly roll. Let's see here. Dane, you've had very little to do for the last couple of rounds. Give us a D6 roll, please. And let me see if there's any modifier here. No modifiers. Look at that. Would you give us a... Hold on, actually, I'll roll it here. It's probably easier. So...
Oh, there's modifiers here. Hold on. Okay. Guys, you may have lucked in here. What I got you to roll for is whether there were any encounters, because we forgot to roll for random encounters. Random encounters occur rarely when you jump into a system, only when you roll a 6. And I have rolled the random encounter for this, and I rolled
Imperial Navy Gazelle class.
it turns out I rolled a 60, what is that, a 63, but because there is a high port in here, I add 3 to that, which means it becomes a 93, which is police vessel.
Nice.
So what you find is that there is and well, let's see here. We're gonna roll. Carl, you're operating the sensors. Why don't you give us a D25 roll, please? $16, guys. So with your sensors being tied up, otherwise you haven't been able to really detect this, but you detect something quite large, quite close to you, and that will be, let's see here.
I tell Alonzo you might need to get back on the comms.
Yeah. A Gazelle class, I like your idea. A Gazelle class close escort is currently almost on you guys. It is, I'll subtract it from the 25. That means it is 9 away at long range. There's someone burning out towards you guys. I do not, let me see if I can luck into a illustrate. You know, we're taking our mid-session break in a second. I bet you I can find a picture of a Gazelle class and load it between now and then. So let's do that, guys. With that revelation, why don't we take our mid-session break?
Nice.
And then let me quickly load a Gazelle into here. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I need to take a bio break as well. So I'll do the loading and then I'll get that back. So we'll be back in 5 minutes.
It's nice to have good luck sometimes.
Yep.
Usually doesn't happen in Roll20 for me.
Well, for all we know, the police are here to arrest one of us or one of our passengers. They're not interested in the pirates.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay. I tried to find my ship cards while we were in our break, and I could not find them. I'm sure I put them somewhere safe. Means I'm never going to find them, but we'll see. All right. I did, however, find an illustration of... Go. What is coming in? And okay, this thing is I believe twice the weight. Yeah, twice the weight of you guys. And equal to the weight of the fiery class escort. But they are not able to get through to you right now because of the jamming. Oh, they got lots of guns on them. Lots of guns. Okay. So, and at 6 away... They are technically at long range, but they will be on you momentarily. So, let me roll initiative for them. Not great. They're going to go after everyone else. So, let's see here. They are, what did I say, 6? I meant 9. They're 9 away from you. In which case, they are in shorter range. So, go. 9. All right. So, I don't think I counted you guys down yet this round. Is that right? Do you remember?
Don't know.
Don't know? Okay, here we go. All right, so then there... Do we have your turn, or did I go with them? With the pirates. Let's see here. Anchor rolled his sensors check. Again. Yeah, I think that's the last thing that happened. All right. So, let's go with... I'm so excited with the arrival of these guys. Let's just roll initiative again. You guys are at thrust 1. Anchor, go ahead and give us a 2d6 plus your piloting, unless Captain having... let's do this. Dr. Abdel, give us a sensors check, please. You're just good enough to pick up what is there and at the range that you're at. I forgot to grab my referee screen again, because I think it has some of the sensor information on it. Here we go. Oh, come on. I do kind of wish they just had like one section for everything relating to starships, instead of having starships in the combat section, because I'm constantly flipping back to the sensors thing, which is in the ship section. All right. So here's what you can pick up, Captain Gani. With, I think Dr. Ilias gains your attention at the end of last round and says, Captain, look! And you're able to see that there is a Gazelle-class escort that is heading directly towards you. You have not been in communication with it, but the shape and structure is picked up on active LiDAR. So you can see what is coming directly towards you. It is... currently about 20,000 kilometers away from you. It's a long range.
Hey. So, gentlemen, change our vector towards that Gazelle, and let's get a message out to them. Try and burst through the ECM.
So, Alonzo, you're maybe... are you guys broadcast... Well, I mean, either got your earbud or are you broadcasting this over the ship? Because Alonzo just left his station to go and talk to the crew.
Yeah, I'll just do it over the comms of the ship.
Okay. So then, why don't we do this? Captain Gani, why don't you give us a leadership check first, and then we'll see whatever the effect is of that. We'll add to Anchor's initiative roll for the round. We'll just reset where everyone is. Nice. Okay, so that's +2. So Anchor, you're going to get a 2d6 plus your piloting plus 3.
Wow, that's good.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So the order will be actually pirates, then you guys, then the Gazelle. Unless you guys wish to do anything different. You want to spend any luck on that, Anchor? To act before the pirates, you're going to need to spend 3. I'm not sure if you're speaking, Carl, but you might be muted.
Oh, yeah. Is that good with everyone?
I'm good.
To spend 3? Yeah.
Okay, then you guys are up first. So, what are you guys intending on doing? And you guys can order your actions in whatever way you want. Currently, your comms are jammed.
Well, what round is this, Cap?
This is round 6, and you were in the midst of moving, changing, of doing the reassigned action. You were going to go be.
Well, I did that on round 4, and round 5 was the round that
so
I.
Semantics of what round number it is. The last round we took was when you were changing stations. We have not done an action yet, so you're currently at the steward station.
Okay.
So if you wish to reassign back, you're gonna have to kind of spend this round reassigning.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can get Shikani to contact them then. She was at that station.
You can try. Yep, she's got a, let's see here, Merc. Comms will be at a 0 for her, so it'll be just a flat 2d6 roll.
Okay.
So
just roll.
Okay.
Anyone else want to roll it? I'll roll it if no one else.
Dane, why don't you give us a roll? Oh, there we go. Done. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That is good enough. I rolled snake eyes on my attempt to jam. So you're through. Comms are open. What do you send?
Comms are open, Captain, says Shikani.
Gazelle class, we are being intercepted by pirates. Please assist.
Far Trader class, this is the Fist of Fury. We see your trouble, and we are coming to assist.
Excellent.
Now, sensors. We have 2 people who can do sensor stuff. Are you planning to still jam their sensors? Anchor, or
the pirates, yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Is the Dr. Ilias still helping? Yep.
Okay, then go ahead and roll. Anna wishes you luck. Another amazing roll. Holy shit. And I rolled really well. I rolled an 11 this time, too. So once again, they're just, and you know what? They must be flying blind into this, too. Okay.
Well, maybe they don't even notice that the Gazelle is there.
That's what I'm thinking, is that they may not know what, because they've been spending so much time trying to fuck around with your sensors. It is a DC 6 to try and detect things. Okay. Then
we want to let them know. We want to let them know that the Gazelle is there.
You want to let them know that?
Yeah, because
they'll kill them.
They're going to fire on us with several batteries of laser cannon, and I'm thinking about our profit margin, and that's going to go right through the roof if we get shot.
Oh.
Not if we split the prize with the close escort. I don't know if that's possible. It's a possibility.
But I think they've seen the Gazelle as well.
I like your thinking.
Okay.
I like your thinking.
Anything else you guys wish to do this round? Alonso, are you going to do something in the what do you call it, steward role, or are you heading back to the ship?
Well, I guess I would. Yeah, I might as well, because I heard that she made the communication anyway, so I don't need to come back.
Yeah, go ahead and make your steward check.
Steward check is at the bottom. Oh my goodness, I am not a good steward.
Okay.
Freaking everybody out. The pirates are here. They're on us. Get in your rooms.
Yeah, you're like a steward of Gondor. Abandon
Yeah.
your posts, you fools.
Anyone else have anything they wish to do? No?
I'll do my marine thing and wait.
Okay, so pirates are up next. We'll get the thrust done first. So they are currently... Oh, actually, it would be 5 away from you right now, which actually allows them to close in to medium range. And you are correct. They are intending on opening fire.
Lasers.
Okay. So
take evasive.
yes,
If I
please
can,
do.
I'll take evasive maneuvers.
Do so. So evasive action. Each
That
point of
does.
unspent thrust will allow the ship to make 1 dodge attack, which means that you would not be advancing this round. You'd be spending your thrust on maneuvering instead of trying to close the range.
Mm-hmm.
But that sounds like what you were intending on doing anyway, right?
I think that's what we want to do, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So then they have a -2.
Okay. So the
To
-2, and let's see
I said
here.
prepare for evasive maneuvers.
All right.
Yeah.
8
Hopefully
and
there's a.
let's see
Hopefully there's
here.
a.
Yeah.
They are
They're
there
using.
long range.
penalty?
They're -2. The pulse lasers +2.
Okay.
How
Does
good
our
are their
jamming
guns?
have any effect, or is that just on? Does that affect their targeting at all?
No, so
Yeah.
they'll be against missiles.
No, not yeah, against missiles for sure, but not necessarily against us. It just means they're not getting a bonus to hit you because they can use sensors to get a bonus to hit you.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
That's fine.
Still worth doing.
Oh, most definitely.
Not
Yeah,
what
yeah. That helps them from offsetting the benefit.
So we don't even have sandcasters on this thing.
Nope.
Nope. Nothing.
Oh, hopefully the Gazelle will be on us soon with thrust 5.
Well, and I think we're learning something of what we want to do to our ship once with some profit.
Yeah. Okay. So then let's see here. First
They
up,
might, if they're. Yep.
the particle barbette fires on you.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh no! What?
All right, but I've got -2, so I need a 10 to hit you. Let's see what the range on this.
The range is great for a particle bet. It's very long.
Yeah, so here we go. That is a 6. So 7 total. Just zorches across your hull.
Hazard pay. I call for hazard pay. Anchor just earned his keep there.
See
He survived
here.
this.
I will then open up with the pulse lasers.
Pulse. Nice.
No, forgive me. Double beam lasers. So I need a 10. Well, I need 8 now because you can't dodge. Unfortunately, this thing handles like a fucking pig. If you had
Beam
more,
lasers are
so here's
accurate then.
just as an example, what you could do if you had pushed the engines again and you had a thrust of 2, you could have done another dodge.
Right.
But let's see here. It's an 8 or higher. I rolled an 8 on the nose. So that means the beam laser 1d6 damage.
Was it a double turret or a single? Do we get hit
double,
twice or once?
double.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
D6 plus 2.
That's
Or the
+1 weapon die.
Yeah.
plus 1 weapon dice. Plus 1 weapon dice?
No, plus 1.
Yeah,
Plus
each
1.
additional weapon adds plus 1 per damage dice to the final total, so plus 1. All right, so ship takes a total of 5 points of damage. Now, hold on, your
Okay.
armor is... Let's see here. And what I'll do is I'll set up a little health bar for your ship as well. So you guys can control. Here we go. Controlled by all players. Nameplate.
We've got armor of 2.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, and the hull is 80.
Okay. Bit of scoring on the hull.
Yeah. You guys can edit it. And, oh, come on. Oh, it's fucking Firefox again. Jeez. Another hiccup with Firefox is you can't drop down menus. If you try and move to them, they'll just disappear. So, all sorts of fun things. All right. So, 5 points damage. You have 2 points of armor. That means you take 3 points of damage. And I did not roll an effect of 6 or higher, so there's no critical hit, so it's just a little bit of damage on the hull. So that is 3 points. And then a triple turret. But I only have one beam weapon in there. It's an 8 right on the nose. You take. That is 5 points of damage again, so another 3. And...
Okay. We're getting close.
That'll
2
be
more points of
it
damage.
for him. The sensors are going to try and break your jam anchor. Would you give us another sensor check?
I thought I'd. Okay.
Oh, this is on their turn. They're able to try and break it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, not so good.
Ooh. Their sensors are now open. Unless you guys want to spend...
That might actually be good. They're going to see that they're effed and try and run away.
And they've spent their thrust for the round, too, so they are in a lot of trouble. All right, so that is it for... and then comms. They're going to try and jam comms. Jeff, why don't you give us a 2d6 roll, please?
Okay.
Her effort to try and... this is Sakani's effort to try and maintain... I rolled an 8.
Let's say Dr. Ilias, you might have to take over the sensors.
Comms are covered once again. And then that is it for them. And then it is the Gazelle's turn. The Gazelle has got its sights on the thing. It closes in on you guys.
Wow,
and
it's quick.
Yeah, it's got...
Yep. They're very comparable, these two types of boats.
Yeah. And they will open fire, and they have no thrust left to dodge because they were so intent on trying to get to you guys. Let's see here.
It's like a similar armament too.
Yeah, it looks like it's got it's got 2 barbettes.
Oh.
Okay. Here we go. You know what, guys? Why don't you roll for this? Why the fuck am I rolling? Let's have... all right, so those who are least likely to be bloodthirsty here with their characters, why don't we have David and Jeff? Each of you give us a 2d6 roll.
Oh, nice. Come on.
Oh! There you go. Then, Dane, would you give us a 4d6 roll, please?
With pleasure.
Okay.
Oh, 10.
10. That is still pretty good. And where's the armor?
Well, at least they know they're there now.
Yeah. So one of the barbettes misses, one of them slams into it, and then we have...
Did they get effect on that plus that too, I guess? Do they, like in regular combat?
Sorry?
Do you get effect like when you get a...
Oh, good question. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, but let's check. That's a good question. I was actually talking like on the weekend how much I like the effect rules in this game and in Warhammer 4th.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think you do, but
not in space combat.
No, I think it may not be the case.
Well, maybe because of the crit, because you have the crit.
Oh yeah, because if you get a 6 or higher, then you get the crit. That's probably that's where that comes in. All right, so that misses. Now, why don't we have Dr. Ilias and Alonso? Would you kind of give us 2 more attack rolls? 2d6 because there are some turrets that need unloading here.
Two terrible rolls.
All right, unfortunately those do not hit, but it has made itself known now, and it's very, very close, relatively speaking, to you guys now. Back to the Rift Wanderer. What are you guys doing?
Well, we got. Let's see. I think we need to actively, like, continue to mess with their targeting, right?
Yeah, we do not want to be hit again.
Yeah.
One more hit, and something will go pop.
Yeah, because it's each quarter or each 10th, right? Each
It's
10th.
10%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're close.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna cracking up.
We jam their. We're gonna try to jam their sensors again.
You got it. Okay.
Nice.
Another great roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So sensors are jammed once again. Anything anyone else wants to do? Alonzo, you've done what you can in your steward role. Do you want to reassign and head back down to the bridge?
Yeah, I think I would probably come back down to the bridge because also, if we're bored, I don't know about I guess I do because we have comms, so I would know that there's the police out there, but I would still be preparing in case we're boarded, and that all starts from us being together. So
okay, so you're heading back down. Captain or Dane, anything you guys wish to do?
And I'll be on engineering duty in case we're hit again.
Okay, so you're reassigning back to make sure everything is going to be held together. You got your duct tape out, and then Alonzo, why don't you give us a 2d6 roll for Circani? Let's see if she can. Yep.
Oh, nice roll.
Yep, she's broken through the jamming. So if you guys want to send a message to the Fist of Fury, you are welcome to do so. Are you saving that one thrust for maneuvering then? For dodging?
I think it's to dodge, right? Because we want to at least dodge against the particle beam.
And I think we see Captain Gownie in this 6-minute interval run past Alonzo. As you guys he's running back to the back of the ship. Alonzo's running to the front of the ship. Then it is the pirate's turn. Perhaps, unsurprisingly, the ship turns and is burning hard in the other direction.
Okay.
And they are now 11 away from you guys and trying to flee. Which means I don't think they can use their barbette. Although I guess they could do that like space thing and like flip around, fire, then flip around and then deploy the thrust. They're exchanging fire with the Fist of Fury at this point. And I think they've your sensors are no longer well, they're going to try and free their sensors, I guess, because you're still fucking with them, Anchor. Go ahead and give us a sensors check, please.
Okay.
You still get a boost because Dr. Ilias is helping out with that.
Yeah, we might as well keep trying to mess with them.
Still screwing them up. And then they've stopped screwing with your comms, and they are trying to jam their comms. Yeah, guys, unless there's anything else specifically you wish to do, this is going to be a running fight as the pirates are trying to GTFO away from this thing.
Yeah, we could then tell the Fist of Fury. Well, Captain, I suggest we send a message to the Fist of Fury thanking them.
Absolutely.
And wish him happy hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, the pirates and the Fist of Fury become someone else's problem, and you guys are able to make your way towards Argona Station. So it'll be still another day, at least day and a half, till you reach Argona Station. What do you guys wish to do, if anything, during that time? I guess first off, how, Captain, do you announce it to the crew that you are out of immediate threat or immediate danger?
Oh, I think they figured out from the cheering from Anchor and Alonso.
Nice.
So.
Okay, so everyone's cheering on the bridge. All right. Then
I would say something like, Captain, though, you should send a ship-wide message for the passengers.
You know what a grumpy sod Ganny is.
Absolutely. But this is his chance to like rub it in their faces. You know, we came through safe.
There we are. We're alive, as we said at dinner.
There you go. That's perfect. Yeah.
All right. So then,
definitely wanna. So probably thinking about or talking to Dane about having to do an evac at some point and check out the damage, see what happened. But you know, we'll get to that when we get to that, right?
Yeah.
okay. So then, with that concluded, you guys will have about a day or so to kill on your route or to Argona. What you find is that they give a good chase, and there's some exchange of fire, but ultimately the pirates leave with a bruised, black eye, and the Gazelle leaves with a little bit of damage done to it. It seems as if it's an Imperial patrol boat that happened to be moving through the system. It was just a chance thing. It wasn't at the behest of PRQ. It just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Wow.
For you.
For us, yeah. So it's an Imperial ship, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'll be even more pleased. Then we'd have... In that situation, then we'd definitely have sent them.
Yeah.
Congrats from Anchor and myself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then, what do you guys... so what happens during your day travel to Argona, if anything?
Yeah, I guess we should try to. I mean, if they're gonna come by the Arcona High Port, then we definitely owe them a drink. I would say maybe try to set something up with them.
Well, and we have a passenger for them.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know who we're gonna give that to. I guess we have to ask Sakani if we're gonna give them to the company for justice or the Imperials. Who has jurisdiction out here, I guess.
The Imperial Navy, I'm guessing.
Technically, nobody. The Reach
Of course,
is
because this
unclean.
isn't even an Imperial space.
Nope.
So Captain, I guess you're the judge and jury.
That's
your
not a good thing.
it's your
That's
ship.
not a good thing.
It's your ship.
When you start to talk about killing time, my mind wandered elsewhere.
Dr. Ilias has had enough time with corporations to know that, or to recognize at least that it's Judico is the one that runs Spurl, and it is PRQ that runs the mining operations at Argona. And PRQ has a respectable footprint in the region. Judico is the Trojan Reach Corporation, though. Yeah, Judico, we're behind everything. If you wanted to turn over someone, depending on how you guys view this, it's a pirate who's connected with apparently at least one pirate ship that operates within the Argona system, which would be of interest to PRQ. And they also seemingly have contacts on Spur, which might be of interest to Judico.
Yeah. Well, we're going to turn this guy over, right? Or are we going to just...
But that's the question is who you turn it over to.
Or is he going to have like a low birth accident?
Give to...
Not on my watch.
I mean...
He's a patient in my care.
Well, defrost
For
him,
now.
and then he's not in your care. No, let's hand him. What do you think? Hand him over to Jericho?
Would that involve us keeping him and assuming that we're going to head back to Spurl or another Judico control port?
We'll hand him over at the high port and give him the information. I mean, pirates are usually, I don't know, most places don't take kindly to pirates.
No.
Right, but
we can ask Skier what she thinks.
Yeah. What's the
Skier thinks
procedure?
that if you bring it to her as the option, and if you because I don't think you have necessarily shared the intel on Spurl or about Spurl with her, that might be another feather to put in the cap of what PRQ may be grateful for. It may be improving your reputation with them.
I don't mind sharing the information, but it's up to the captain, right? And
No,
the rest.
sounds good.
I think it's especially, we we're applying these lanes, we need as much, Overwatch as possible, and not from pirates, right?
Yeah.
We want from
I'll share the info.
The lesser of two weebles.
Yeah.
We can hand him over to PRQ and gain favor with them, and then still let Jericho know that there is an operative on Spurl and gain favor with them.
Yeah.
That also may put them in a position, just because there's two mega corporations operating here doesn't necessarily mean that they are adversarial, and they may to a degree they are, but they also may see that as it's a bargaining chip they'll have with GDCO.
Yep.
So, and I mentioned this before, but I haven't posted on the Discord server about it, but I'll share with you guys the reputation rules I plan on using for the campaign, because as you guys
is that in the companion too?
No, it's not the companion. It's in one of the newest batch of Traveler the TES journals.
Oh, I'll have to check that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I have those. I have to look.
There's great, Carl. There's fucking great stuff in some of those.
I know. Well, even the little book on the starports. That's awesome.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. So then, that sounds good. I was trying to find the repairs to the hull, and I don't know if you could do that without having access to like a hangar.
Yeah,
you did
looking at the cost.
Fix that.
The rules are not very clear about hull repair costs. It used to be 10,000 credits per point.
Okay.
And if we cleave to that, that's we're down 6 points. So that's going to be a starship repair facility with about a 60k cost.
Let's see here.
It's not clear in the update rules.
Let me take
I'm looking on the forums to see what it costs.
Yeah, I'm looking in. What do you call it in Highguard? To see if there's suggestions on it, because they've got it broken down by different hulls.
Right.
But it might be. You know what? It's a good idea. The Traveler Companion has some really great stuff in it. I wonder if it's in their vehicle damage. I don't think that's spaceship. I think that's their new rules so that the vehicles aren't as brittle as they were in the first draft. A strong wind and a bad attitude could take out a grav car in the original second edition rules.
Well, there's something called repaired runs, but they're very expensive. 0.2 mega credits per ton.
Yeah. Uses up spare parts.
Let's see where.
Some ships come with repaired runs.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not in there.
Yeah, we need at least a C starport, that's for sure.
And this is a B starport you're heading into.
Oh, okay, yeah. D has limited repair, so I could probably repair hulls, but not anything sophisticated.
So we should turn this prisoner over to the people who control this planet, obviously, because it'd help us with negotiating use of their port to fix our ship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can gain access to it as part of the docking, whatever the.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something you actually track in the game as far as credits are concerned, but let's see here.
The index says page 159 in the book.
Yeah, repairs are there. It tells you what critical hits are, but it's like Graham says, it's not clear.
It's actually not very clear, and in the forums, Matt's saying, "Oh yeah, sorry about that."
Oopsie doopsie.
It's kind of either we play it's still UCAV obviously, but we either play the 10 hull points for 10,000, or it's 10,000 per hull points. It seems to be the two rulings.
Okay. Let me see what the repair cost would be for here. For
I'm just
the
adding an entry in our income and expenditure account for this.
Let's see here. So spare parts can be purchased at the cost of 100,000 per ton.
And then it's 1 ton per, so that'd be 600,000 credits for repair.
Yeah, and I don't think that seems a little dear because it's just, I don't think the hull. Well, I got one way of thinking about this. All right, so if it's 100, you guys are 200 tons times 100,000. Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. Divided by, you have 80 hull points. That's like 250,000. If we assume each tonnage of the ship is worth, it would be worth the equivalent value in spare parts. That puts it at, per hull point for your ship, 250,000 per hull point. That seems pretty dire, or pretty dear for that. I think the 10,000 per hull point is probably reasonable, because if it's every 10, or if it's a quarter of your ship damaged, is what triggers a potential critical hit, which it would be worth maybe 100,000 or so. That I think is the more dear cost for repair. So that would mean it's gonna be 60 grand for you guys to repair what's been done to the ship.
I've got that on the spreadsheet now.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like it seems like they did the Reaganomics 80s inflation versus how much money people make in this game. Because
I think they were just assuming
inflation went up, but you don't get your pension is still like the 1970s, pensions.
No, because it's high guard, so it's a military, so it's Department of Defense budgets. That's why it's so massive.
$10,000 hammers and whatnot. Okay.
I mean, maybe in the future we could buy spare parts and invest in that, like spare parts. I don't know. That's
the hull plating. I imagine you can probably get. Let's say that it's a ton would represent 10 points of that, so it'd be like 100,000. So if you did want to store the necessary materials to repair your hull in the event of damage, if you could do those repairs on your own. Then that's how much it would take up. Every 10 points would be 1 ton.
Yeah.
I think. And we'll see if that we need to make an adjustment over the course of play. We can do that. Anything else? I think one thing. Let's bring actually here. We're not in space, or you're not in space combat any longer. Let me bring you back to your ship here. So, I think that one thing that Melter will definitely insist on is that this calls for a fucking party.
Agreed.
So, you even get a bit of a smile out of Sir County now that you're actually on the last route heading in. And if you make how do you approach Sir County to let her know that you intend on turning over your prisoner to PRQ?
The captain, you want to tell her, or do you want to just let the
I'll go
steward inform her?
Say right. Okay. Now we're out in the woods.
So you can basically you're in your, like the passenger lounge. Everyone's having drinks. If you guys want to make something special, you can feel free to do so. Otherwise, I think that Hobbs wouldn't do that. Anne might assist in making something special. With what's available. Everyone is relaxed and having drinks and talking and whatnot. Sirkani seems to be hovering over Milter a little less so than she was before, and you'll have an opportunity to approach her, Captain.
So that seems to have worked out well. So hopefully your PRQ executives will be pleased with the result. And we can hand you over this pirate scum. I hope you deal with him appropriately.
She seems a little, not surprised, but pleased. She nods and she says, "It will not be. I'm not sure what your business is on on Argona, Captain, but I can assure you that PRQ will remember this term. And she.
By the way, they seem to be in league with somebody on Spurl. Yeah, indeed. So you might want to pass that one on to Jedico, the slogan people.
So she, Jedico, they had no association with us whatsoever. She looks at you kind of up and down, she not up and down, but she sort of studies your face for a moment and says, "What do you mean that they had contacts?"
Our prisoner, old Timber, was contacted somebody on Spurl. We've got the name even. We can hand that over for you. I'll have no truck with pirates on my ship. I've got no sympathies. Throw the book at them as far as I'm concerned.
I think you can expect that at a minimum, Captain. Your crew, I may have unfairly misjudged. You clearly run a capable and surprising crew.
Very good crew. Very proud of her.
She toasts you. And I think Dr. Ilias, because you've had maybe the most interaction with him, you can see that Eldon Hobbs seems to be listening in quite closely to the complimentary language that Skier is offering Captain Gani. So, any other scene you guys wish to have at the celebratory party, or do you want to cut to arriving at Argona?
I think at some stage during the evening, and obviously the doctor will not partake in the booze, but will have some sort of fancy tea or something. He will sidle up to Dane in a quiet moment where it's just the two of them and just sort of lean over and ask, "Are you somewhat disappointed we didn't get boarded?"
Yeah, a little.
Well, I'm very glad we didn't, but I understand.
Yeah, so am I really, but it would have been interesting.
Maybe next time?
I hope so. Yeah, on our terms, though.
Yes. Then maybe I've come around to your point, and maybe we need weapons on this ship.
Around here, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And I think there's a final scene with probably Alonzo and Cassidy where he is giving her, that last bit of advice and whatnot for her career.
Yep. She's following along and listening to you explain everything that's happened thus far, too.
Right.
Any advice you have for her?
It's a lot like, keep your eyes open, always be willing to adapt to the situation, and friends. Make as many friends as you can. You never have too many allies.
Okay. Then, let's talk about the arrival on Argona. So, Melter kind of comes over to you, Anchor, at one point during this, and he says, "So, do you know about the? We're landing on Argona. You know about the custom?"
No, I don't think I do.
Well, the way it goes is the entry to get down into Argona is going to take you, is going to require you to fly an ice chasm through hurricane force crosswinds that are suddenly blocked as soon as you get in there. And once in there, you need to navigate through it without hitting the sides and then land on a port cut into the vertical rock face at the end. There are several ways to get in there, but they're all equally terrible. Custom is that if you get the ship to land without hitting the sides, then everyone on board has to buy you a drink at Argona Downport.
Are we going to the downport? I thought we're just gonna...
No, you got to go to the downport to meet up with everybody. You're going to be dropping some of these guys off at the high port summit, the downport. Mm-hmm. But if when you're leaving Argona, you hit any of the sides going up, then you have to buy the entire crew drinks.
Mhm.
And pay for the repairs.
Well, it's
Okay.
ice. It's not going to cause any significant damage apart
I
from
don't know if I
wounded
believe
pride.
him, but
So what do you
I'll
think?
ask Sarkani if that's the truth.
She nods. Nope, that's the custom.
She does say that.
Everyone who
Well,
is
I'll
at
let the captain know. I guess we're gonna have to do some fancy flying to get in.
Let's do that.
Go down to the downport after we drop off the
Sit together.
prisoners.
Port
Maybe I
Control will be
can,
keeping an eye on every incoming vessel, and you'll see it's announced over the speakers. So, then, if there's anything else you guys wish to do in the journey, then otherwise we can cut to you guys arriving at Argona. You will be discharging Eldon Hobbs
Yeah.
and discharging your pirate and Cassidy at the high port. And actually, I think Melter and Secure can also be discharged there.
Melter doesn't want to. He doesn't want to pay for my free drink.
He would love to be on board for it, but he actually in the last day, the last half day of traveling into things, he doesn't touch booze whatsoever. He's got a job to do, and he's still wearing the older, more worn, nice clothes, but he's pulling himself together a little more. It does seem like he's getting himself ready for the task that will be at hand for him. Again, Argona has a very, very, very long tradition of very active labor, so he will be coming in to deal with whatever or help resolve whatever the issue is. But with that, then we need to go to. Let me do this here. Ooh, there we go. I think I can duplicate that. Yes, that worked out nicely. So the illustration we were using for the entrance, that's actually from, or for the token for the combat, it's actually from this adventure. That is the illustration of a ship going down into the ice caverns.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Now, where are we here? After that. There it is. No, that's not it. We have... let's see here. We've run a lot of games over the last little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, here we go. Let me put this map layer. I'll bring you guys over here. All right. So, this task will be... Oh, something else to consider. This is a law level 6 planet. So it means that shotguns will be permitted. Swords and shit like that will be permitted, but they are frowned upon. Anything more significant than that, like handguns and whatnot, are all outlawed. So make your decision as to how you want to, what you want to try and bring onto the planet. But here we go. It is a difficult... So as you get down into the atmosphere, Anchor, you will find that it is exactly what they advertise, and this is as bad as the winds can be. And for a thin atmosphered planet like this has something comparable to Mars, where there is a bit of an atmosphere, but it's not thick enough to breathe in. These winds must be incredibly fucking strong. So it will be a D10 piloting, a difficulty 10 piloting check that takes D6 minutes, modified by dexterity.
I think it should already be in there. Yep.
Okay. Right. And whenever you are ready.
Anyone want to help with this, or does that you can't do that?
I'm open to pitches for anyone who might be able to assist with this.
Is there another pilot?
I'm a pilot.
Yep. Sensors.
Yeah, sensors.
You got piloting, spacecraft.
Try to vectorize.
These sensors aren't going to help all that much.
Okay.
Unless you give me a good reason for why you think that might apply.
Well, you said we're navigating a tight space, right?
Yeah. The trouble is, once you get down into it, it's flying down through hurricane force winds and then getting into a tight ice cavern where there's suddenly no wind. So you need to make immediate adjustments to the thing. Navigating the ice cavern itself is not so bad. It's just navigating that initial transition. That's where the real tricky bit comes in.
Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead. So be rolling with a boost. Anchor, you got a co-pilot, at least one.
The boon. Hopefully this works.
We go.
Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, right on the nose. So just barely. That's actually good too, because I was wrong. When they say cosmetic damage, they mean 2d6 damage.
Oh.
So that may have blown something critical out.
I know, because we're Okay.
Yeah. So again, the thing is, the downport is set in, like at the bottom of this cavern, kind of jutting out of the side. You want to tell us, Carl, or give us a quick narration of what it looks like with Anchor bringing this thing down into this ice cavern?
Yeah, he's like, I'm so glad we don't have a radar dish, but he like navigates it in a very tight space. If we had a radar dish, it would have get knocked off. There's a very harrowing moment because he just barely makes it.
Yeah.
So he has to like quickly ship to the side. Goes, Captain, wait, no, I got it. And then we finally ease it in through the ice cavern.
Awesome.
And,
all right, and then you are going to be landing. Let me do this here, because I have. Yeah, that's what I want. Go. I actually went this morning and renamed some of these too, so that I'm not doing what I usually do, which is forget to name shit and just have a whole bunch of pages called copy and copy of copy and copy of copy of copy.
Oh yeah.
So I am really bad for that. Our Spires Paradar game is just a series of fairly bleak Victorian-looking illustrations of streets that I really have difficulty navigating between. I get lost in Paradar, as it were. All right, so as you guys are heading down, this is what you will find is the landing area. So this is a B starport, and you know that you will be making contact once you arrive here with someone named Joachim Strusen that Captain Gani has. I'm not sure if you necessarily dealt with him before, but you're aware of him as being someone with interest in shipping and heavy industry. I think you have dealt with him before, because that's what sort of how we framed your initial message from him. What you're going to do is leave a message that you have arrived here. And you dump your mail, guys. Congratulations for delivering everyone.
Yeah.
You're getting the pay from your delivery of cargo. You're getting paid from the delivery of whatever. You do have an empty tank. Now we'll leave it for your quartermaster to calculate what you need to pay to get that back up and running. How many are members of the TAS?
So I believe that is. I know.
Dane, Captain Gani is.
I think Angville is too. It's a task member.
Okay. So you do have, those of you who are, there is a TAS.
Yes, task membership.
What do you call it? Hostel here.
Cool.
So you will be able to stay there. The others, those who are not, you will need to either work accommodations or pay something extra. And anything you guys wish to do on the planet, while you're on here, you do remember that Captain Gani Strusen had said that you would be able to take other charters and take other cargo on this thing too. So if you guys want to get to work right away, trying to figure out what what your next whatever your next cargo is going to be. I guess you don't know where you're going, so that would be be difficult. But what do you think the plans are here? It's probably going to be at least a day or so before you may get the, contact. Oh, there's the birthing cost. Okay, great. Thanks. So give us a 1d6 roll then, please. Let's see how much that's going to cost you. All right, so 2,000 credits.
That's done. That's on. Expenditure's on.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Anything you guys wish to do while you're here?
Well, do we have the money in the ship bank to pay for repairs, or what do we need to do for that?
So we do. We can pay for repairs. That particular run from Spurl to Agona has a total net profit of 74,300 credits. That's allowing for paying for the whole repair costs, the berthing costs, and the life support costs.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. So that's good. Yeah. So I guess we arrange for that kind of stuff.
Okay. Checking here, Starforge. I'm seeing if there's anything in the companion that speaks to. We can do it B.
My suggestion is we've got sort of fuel refinement capability on the ship that we do a gas giant run for fuel, unless we want to pay for refined fuel, but that's quite expensive.
Or is there water and we can just land, we don't have to do gas giant, we can just on planet.
Could do it that way, if they let you do it.
This is for refueling?
Yeah. Unrefined fuel is 100 credits per ton.
I have some good news, guys. Maybe it's a consequence of the of the pirate activity and the need for the Imperials to come in and try and deal with it. The quantity of available trade goods are unaffected, but there are the common goods that are available are halved, but prices for minor items in stores are 10% lower due to reduced demand. So these folks are looking to move some stuff right now. There's just a general slowdown in a slowdown in trade here. So, you now have access to the kind of local internet or local computer network, at least, Captain Gani. What you're supposed to do is just let Joaquin know that you have arrived, and then they would contact you with that information. So, would you like to do that?
Go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Okay. Then what else do you guys wish to do while you're in port? Ooh. Let's see if there's an event.
Let's go have a beer.
Yeah.
Well, definitely for Alonzo, he sees the credit sheet for our successful transaction, and I think he sees a little bit of the value of doing trade. And so while he's here, he's going to be on the lookout for trade opportunities.
Okay.
That's what he's thinking. He likes the look of that pile of money.
Yeah, still not.
You know how many books I have to sell to get that much money?
Yeah, we have mentioned, right, that there's about 4 tons worth of unsold copies of his book in the hall.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, with 74,000, I guess that doesn't.
Sorry, I'll give you the full figures. Here they are.
Nice.
That and some archaic soul currency.
Yeah. Soleimani at heart. So effectively, we've got 315,000 credits worth of floats. Our profit on that run was 95,500.
Oh, that's really good. But yeah, that's still only a third of the way to buy even one gun.
Agreed.
Yeah, which is why we need good trade opportunities.
Yeah.
Buy some great drinks.
Yeah, I mean, if we can continue with the mail, we should look for mail runs This seems to be good. Don't
Okay.
take up a lot of space.
So locking down the mail run, you guys did have, I guess it would depend on where you're going. Or does it? Hold on.
Yeah, don't we have to meet with this guy to see what he needs before we can really decide
True.
what we want to buy or try and do.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just overseeing, checking, maintenance, making sure, because we did push the boat quite hard. So gotta oversee repairs. Right. So we have a lot of boat type business to do while we wait for our contact, I think.
Okay. So you guys will get to work on repairs. Let's see, is there anything listed under the skills for repairing? Let's see here. It's mechanic, isn't it? It's for maintain and repair. Yeah. I think you guys are not great at mechanics, right?
I got a +2.
Oh, then you're great. Never mind. I
I've got
don't know
a
why I thought
+4.
that you guys were shorthanded at mechanic.
Donnie is
I've got a +4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is it engineering is the whole then?
Engineering is anything heavy in ships, and mechanics is small stuff.
No, I mean amongst the crew. Is that's the shortcoming?
Is Ganny the one with
I think
engineering?
Captain Ganny's got some training, but that was through the.
Yeah. It's mechanic for the hull points. If we had anything more critical, we probably would need engineering or.
Yeah.
I think we're engineering is where we're.
I've got 2s in most engineering things and 4 in
great.
mechanic.
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought you guys were shorthanded that, but never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, I think
That's my thing.
astrogation. I mean, I only have a 1, so maybe I'll probably be studying up on astrogation.
So
Dr. Elias has 3 in astrogation.
Never mind then.
you guys are
So we'd be happy to teach you more.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys wish to do with this first day? And this is where you can feel free to take advantage of some of your, if you want to ask around about stuff, you definitely need to buy Anchor drinks.
Yes.
Because, and like no joke, as soon as you land, there's announcements over the loudspeakers, and everyone on the deck, whether it's the deck crews or whatever else, they're in spaceports because this actually lands outside, and they're all going to be in in void suits, but they're all applauding you, Anchor, as you head in. And I actually have, while you get into the interior, I've got something to use here. I'll tell you, one of the nice things with there being so many big number or big dollar value sci-fi video games is there's no shortage of really fucking cool concept art of the sci-fi variety. The sci-fi variety, I guess you could say. There we go. That you can picture as what when you're through the the actual platform itself, and you're inside the thing. There's gonna be way more people than what you see here. At least as far as for the initial kind of customs area you're going through. But yeah, the crew, as they're going by, everyone is sort of applauding Anchor for not crashing or not hitting anything. So, and there is, I believe, a bar here. If you look at, maybe what I'll do is let me put both of these on here. I'll do this. Let me move this down. Move you guys up to your positions here. Alonso, there you go. Dane, there you are. Yeah, Ganny. And Anchor. So this will give you a sense of what the down port kind of looks like. And then the map itself. Go down a scooch here. There we go. Because there is this will be maybe the oh, it's huge. Apparently I needed to have this in incredible resolution for you guys. Let's see. Can I get this smaller? There we go. All right. Oof, it's still too big. So, what you can see, and oh boy, Captain Gani is going to overlap with you just a scooch here. But I don't think you're going to be... There we go. All right. So the important bits here as you're heading in, you can leave your grav car on the ship because mostly what you're traveling through is tunnels that have kind of like the rapid transport, either kind of like airport style escalators that move you along in a good clip, or there's small like monorail type pods that'll bring you through the tunnels in the on the planet. The recreation area is here. That's where you're going to be heading to get your drinks and whatnot. Dock area is here. That's sort of what this illustration would reflect as you guys are getting inside. In place of Art Core, what you would be seeing instead is PRQ. PRQ is marked everywhere in here. Most people you see, once you get past the starport, not what you would necessarily call friendly, or at least not open. Everyone seems to ignore you. Cargo's over here. The entrance and exit from the landing area is right over here. The dwelling sector in here, that'd be where, right near the entertainment or recreation area, is where the TAS area would be. And this is all the industrial sector, which I've got covered up there. Captain Gani. So, anything you guys wish to do? Captain Gani, you've sent off your message to Stucer. Anything you wish to do with your time?
Oh, get off the ship. Drink. Some proper food.
Anyone bring anything with them? Weapon-wise, I mean.
I would, anyway.
Yeah.
Anything that is a... if you got a sword or something like that, that's probably permitted. But anything that is not a shotgun, bigger than a handgun, is going to be prohibited. Nobody.
We can't take handguns or no handguns.
Cannot take handguns. It's a law level 6, which let's see here. You could try and sneak them on. It's just that if they do a search of it, you would find. So law level 6 means what's prohibited is all firearms except shotguns and stunners. So bladed weapons and shotguns and stunners are permitted. Or any other kind of non-firearm. So if you want to bring a, cudgel or whatever.
I don't have anything, actually, bizarrely.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground with Dane. He's either completely unarmed or ready to storm a small nation.
Oh, what about the what is the claw glove? What does that count as?
What is which? Claw gloves?
Claw glove, yeah.
Permitted.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. I won't wear it openly, but
Yep, have it on you. Okay.
Yeah.
And remember, the weapons locker will have all the stuff. You guys can bring shotguns on. It'll be conspicuous. Not illegal, but conspicuous. If no one else cares,
no.
Then you are in. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, there's definitely oh, does it have information here? Repair facilities allow a damaged ship to be repaired and have plenty of spare parts for most common systems. Limited only repair hull damage. So, do you wish to get someone to work on that hull today?
Oh, are we working on it, or is it like the... I'd rather us do it.
If you guys want, then it'll just be the material costs. I mean, you just spent all day flying in as well, too, so you may wish to take a day off.
I think we'll take a day
tomorrow.
off.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Take a day off, and then we'll work on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll get all the
good.
parts ordered or whatever.
All right. Yeah. So then what we will be starting our next session with, guys, is with the meeting with Stucer, because it is not long. It's a matter of 8 hours before you hear from him, Captain Gani, and he's setting up a meeting for tomorrow.
Okay.
So
let's get it on. Let's do some business.
Then, guys, 5 sessions in, and we are now officially on to the actual adventure. So, hell yeah. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 5 of our Borderland Run adventure. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have a channel dedicated. I think, no, we don't have one to this yet. I need to do that maybe today. But we have a channel dedicated to assorted games, so other games we run on the channel, as well as most other games we have as ongoing campaigns. And, Anna has come in to say hi. She's heard the outro. Hi, guys. We also have a link. In addition to that, we also have channels dedicated to like finding a group and to just general conversation about for DMs. And it's a great community that has grown up over there, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they also have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs, including a bunch of obscure Traveler stuff. I got some of my Alien books for Mongoose Traveler First Edition from them. If they do not have in stock something you're looking for, you can often put it on a want list, and they will send you an email when it comes in. And if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code SPRINGMUSER at checkout, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. Don't break my new chair, honey. In addition, there is a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, and we are inching. I checked this morning. We're about $50 away from hitting the a fifth. We'll be a fifth of the way towards our annual target for that, so we're well on the way to hitting the goal. There is a I guess first off, any donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman, just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And as a small way of saying thank you, we have 2 things. One of them is our ongoing charity campaign for this year. We're playing a 6-part linked charity campaign, and donors who have donated $10 or more since the start of the year, since January 1, 2023, can vote on the different components of our adventure, and we'll be changing the voting stuff either today or next week to set up for our next charity session, which will be in May of 2023. Currently, the leading voting looks like we'll be playing an adventure set during the Boxer Rebellion in 19th century China. So we'll be having people vote on what game we're going to be playing, what kind of heroes we'll be playing, and what connections we've had to the first 2 sessions. And that will be coming up very shortly. In addition, if you donate $25 or more, not only do you get a chance to vote on the charity sessions, every $25 that you donate gives you a chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. Charity raffle will be at the end of June, and every $25 gives you 1 chance to win that. Prizes include a chainmail dice bag made by our resident armor smith Dave, who has very generously donated one of his beautiful dice bags for prize. There's also some 2 copies of the D-Genesis Rebirth Edition core set that I picked up when the game went out of print, and there's a chance to play with us as well too. So there's a couple great prizes. There'll be some, as long as I don't shut down our Redbubble shop because of Redbubble's change in policy. We will be also offering some prizes from the Dungeon Musings Redbubble shop. If we have to switch to a different print thing, we'll still give prizes through that. It just may not be through Redbubble. So not only do you get a chance if you donate $25 or more, for every $25 you get a chance to win a cool prize. You get a chance to not only a chance, you get to have a say in our ongoing year-long campaign for charity. You also get a chance to help out some kids who could really use some help. So winning all around. Speaking of winning all around, a huge thank you to our stalwart travelers for today. So James, David, Graham, Jeffrey, and Carl, thank you so much for joining me back on this Sunday. I'm having so much fun with this campaign in this game. This is great. That's my first actual Starship Combat in Traveler.
Okay.
So, yeah. We've always sort of been around that, but never actually played it. So that was pretty fucking cool. And I didn't blow you up, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Then, for those listening at home, we'll be back on the planet Argona in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes have encountered traveling across the Trojan Reach. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.